To Centerpoint AM45, thanks for staying with us. Alright, like I said earlier on, the month of August, the first week, is specially dedicated to encouraging people, encouraging us, reminding us on the importance of breastfeeding. Here in Akwa Ibom State, several associations do not take this lightly. They're always going out with campaigns, doing so much to encourage people, to enlighten people, to make them aware of the importance of breastfeeding. Now, this morning I get to be joined by the President, Medical Women Association of Nigeria, Akwa Ibom State, who is also a consultant pediatrician. Join me in welcoming Mrs. Dr. Mary Udo. It's good to have you.
Thank you, Marcy. Hello, viewers.
All right. So we're counting down from August 1, which is on Friday, where we'll start the breastfeeding week. First of all, breastfeeding. Let's talk about breastfeeding.
Oh, breastfeeding is a gift from God, and it is the best gifts every mother can give to the newborn baby. So breastfeeding occurs when a mother gives breast milk to the newborn baby or the infants that the baby suckles from the breast, or is expressed as food and the only food for the baby, especially for the first 6 months of life, what we call exclusive breastfeeding. Then we continue to breastfeed the baby until the child is 2 years. Yes, I mean 2 years.
2 years.
So exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months and continued breastfeeding for 2 years is the gold standard. And why breastfeeding? Like I said, it is the best legacy, the best gift every parent, every mother can give to the newborn baby, because the benefits of breastfeeding cannot be overemphasized. One, it is the best food for the baby because it has all the nutrients that the baby needs to grow for brain development, for physical development, and mental development. And aside from that, it has all the nutrients that will protect the child against infections, like respiratory tract infections, diarrheal diseases, and all those things that can impede the growth and development of the child. Then it gives opportunity for the baby to bond with the mother, feel the warmth of the mother, and this will also help in mental development. The benefits of breastfeeding also to the mother: as a mother breastfeeds, the womb that the baby led will begin to go back to its normal size, and this can prevent bleeding after delivery. Aside from that, it protects the mother against cancers in the womb, like uterine cancer and all those problems, and it gives the mother a sense of fulfillment. Yes, this is my baby and I can breastfeed. Aside from the benefits to the mother, it also benefits the community. It also improves the economic value, because the money that will have been used to buy formulas, that will remain in the family to take care of other things. Remember, breast milk is from God, and every pregnant woman prepares her mind to breastfeed because it will start flowing by the last trimester. And also to the community, it protects the community from all those littering, where cans are littered everywhere, and stagnant water stay and can breed mosquitoes that will bring malaria.
When you mention cans, the cans of formulas.
Yes, the cans of the formula.
Okay.
Yes, when the empty cans are littered in the environment, it can cause environmental pollution, and also stagnant waters that can breed mosquitoes that will later cause malaria and other problems. So breastfeeding is a global thing. Breastfeeding is a good thing for the baby, the mother, the family, the community. Breastfeeding is good.
Okay, breastfeeding is good. Now, you've mentioned that mothers ought to make their children enjoy breast milk for as long as 2 years. Now, from your interactions, from your experiences, you do meet with mothers. For those who want to do maybe 6 months, they want to do even less, or they don't even want to breastfeed their babies, what do they usually say, and what do you have to say to them?
They have many excuses. Some will say, oh, the baby does not want to breastfeed, the baby refused sucking. So I'll often tell them, you're the one that made the baby to refuse sucking. Why? Once you start introducing other things to confuse the baby, like you're introducing formula for the newborn baby to suckle and bring out breast milk, is work. Yes, it's work, but the formula, especially when it is given in a teat or feeder, the teat is open and it's weak, and the milk will just flow in, and the baby doesn't need to work. And the baby is sensible, doesn't want to do that work of suckling to bring out the breast milk.
Okay.
So once you start giving formulas, giving water, things that are easy for the baby to take, the baby does not want to work and will not want to suckle. And once the baby takes the formula, the tummy is filled, the baby will want to sleep. And once the baby sleeps and wakes up, you bring the breast for the baby to suckle again, the baby will start shouting, doesn't want to suckle, doesn't want to do work. And the formulas are sweeter than breast milk, the way they're composed. So the baby is very, very sensible and will not want something that is not as sweet as what he or she took before, and will love to take that one that is sweeter and easier to take. So those are the things that will make them not to breastfeed. Another one say, oh, I have a sore nipple, and the nipple is very, very painful when I breastfeed, and I have engorgement, the breasts are getting painful. And that comes from poor attachment. When the baby does not latch very well on the areola, when the baby is not supposed to suckle on the nipple, supposed to suckle on that black part of the breast called the areola, and that is where the milk is stored and will come out. So when there is poor attachment and the baby does not latch well, suckling on the nipple, it will make the nipple crack and very sore, very painful, and the mother will not be able to breastfeed. So those are the challenges that come with breastfeeding, effective breastfeeding. So it is important mothers are taught during pregnancy on how to initiate breastfeeding within 1 hour of delivery, and how to latch on the baby properly, so that it will prevent those problems that come with breastfeeding. And also the correct positioning where the mother can sit conveniently, hold the baby touches the mother, baby goes there and has that bonding and attachment and can suckle very well, then the mother will have that beautiful sense of fulfillment. So oftentimes they say, doctor, is it possible to breastfeed for 2 years? I say yes. Now children start school much early. By 1 year the baby can start going to school, and let the baby go to school. When the baby comes back from school, continue the breastfeeding, then breastfeed in the night. And also some say, oh, I need to go back to work. How do I do? If your workplace does not have a crèche where you carry your baby that is less than 6 months to have that exclusive breastfeeding, you can express breast milk and keep. An expressed breast milk can stay in a cup. You don't need to put in the refrigerator, just put it in a clean cup, cover it and keep on top of a table. Ants, nothing will invade that, and you don't need to warm it. Just give to the baby to drink with cup and spoon if you are going to work. So
for how long can that last?
That can stay for 12 hours without any contamination. Just put it in a clean cup, cover it and keep it there. If they want to give to the baby, they pour it into a smaller cup and give to the baby to drink, then continue to give the baby.
And then talk to us about the importance of the very first milk that comes out.
Beautiful. The very first milk that comes out is called colostrum, and it is very dense and rich with micronutrients. That is, has immunity, protection of the baby against all forms of infections. So some people will say, oh, because that one is not as bright as the milk that will come later, they say it is dark, they say it is witch milk, that is the best milk. All those things are fables, so they are not correct. That milk that comes out first, colostrum, is very thick, is very dense, it's very nutritious, it's well composed by God to protect that baby against those enemies that come in the form of infection. So please don't throw it away. It is the best milk for your baby.
And then when a nursing mother, when a family wants to introduce meals to the baby, what do you suggest from 6
Beautiful.
months?
Beautiful. Like I said earlier, exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months of life, where the baby receives breast milk and breast milk alone by day and by night on demand. Then at 6 months, we progress to introduce foods that are in the family, foods that are in the community. And God has blessed us so much in Akwa Ibom State. We have diverse kinds of foods. You don't need to go and break the bank to say, I want to give my baby all those polished things. Yam that you have in your house. You can prepare the yam in very soft porridge. You can do cocoyam. You can do a tomboro. You can do a pangukwa. You can do a toebre. And all those things, you add vegetables. You can get things like iced fish. These are very nutritious. Remove the bones, debone them, mash those things and add to the meal. You can add soya beans to the baby's food. Even if you want to cook rice, cook it very soft and add the vegetables. Add ground crayfish. We have crayfish. We have fish. Ibarado, that ibat that you have. Remove the bones, grind that ibat and put in the food. The babies love the taste and they'll eat it. You don't need to go to look for those things you cannot afford, whereas you have so many things in your environment that you can add to the breastfeeding and your baby will still have all the nutrients and grow very well.
Okay, you made an emphasis there on very soft,
because the baby's digestive system cannot take very hard or solid things like that. So you introduce those things, and in introducing the things, introduce one thing at a time and do it gradually. Don't give so many things, so that in case there's reaction, you'll know, or the baby is not tolerating this, you withdraw that and try something else. And make varieties. Don't give the baby the same thing all the time. Make varieties and prepare it small. Don't prepare and keep. Don't say, oh, this otomboro that I prepare, you want to feed the baby with that otomboro the whole day. The baby may not want to receive it. Prepare the otomboro maybe like 1 finger of banana, make it very nice and delicious. Later you prepare something else, maybe like akamu. You add soya beans, you add milk, you add ground crayfish, or even ground nuts. They are very, very nutritious. Then another meal, you give something else. And don't give the baby 3 meals, say breakfast, lunch and dinner. It doesn't work that way. So babies need to be fed more frequently on demand, because their stomach is small and will not take a large quantity of food. So the little quantity they take, they may be satisfied, and in the next 2-3 hours the baby may need food again. So that's how we take care of young babies and give them the chance and opportunity to grow to be responsible adults.
Okay, and then in addition to
breast milk, breastfeeding, you continue breastfeeding until 2 years.
Okay, all right, let's take a look at this year's theme for the World Breastfeeding Week. We have breastfeeding for sustainable start in life. Strengthen what works. Talk to us about that and the significance.
Beautiful. So for this year, World Breastfeeding Week, beginning from the 1st of August, we want to emphasize the importance of breastfeeding for the growth of the baby, maternal health, and also sustainable development in the community. So the theme, like is being said, is breastfeeding for a sustainable start in life, and strengthening what works. And what works? What works is breastfeeding. So what do we strengthen? We have to strengthen that chain of support that will encourage breastfeeding, beginning from when the mother is pregnant, during antenatal care, antenatal clinic. We emphasize the importance of breastfeeding to the mother. We tell the mother that breastfeeding is the best food for the baby. Like we've said, breast milk is the best food for the mother, the family, the child, the mother, the family, and the community, so that she'll prepare her mind. Even if she has a set of twins, she can breastfeed effectively, because the more the baby suckles on the breast, the more there is milk let down, and the breast milk will even be pouring away. So the mother will not say, oh, I don't have enough. So far you begin, start initiate breastfeeding early and sustain the breastfeeding, you will have more than enough breast milk for your baby. So that's during the antenatal care. We tell them the things that will encourage breast milk flow. Then at delivery, encourage the mothers to initiate breastfeeding within 30 minutes to 1 hour of delivery, and that will encourage bonding and the milk lets down. Then also encourage other members of the family, the spouse, the mother-in-law, the mother-in-law on both sides, the parents-in-law, the other family members, the assistants, how to encourage that woman to breastfeed, to create an enabling environment for her to have peace of mind and breastfeed. Because when the woman is emotionally destabilized, it will affect milk letdown, and she will not be able to breastfeed effectively. So, and she will need to wake up in the night and breastfeed. The husband should not be sleeping and snoring while she's struggling with the baby to breastfeed. Sometimes the baby will be shouting, crying, needs a change of diaper. The husband can change the diaper while she rests. Then she breastfeeds, give the baby to another person to hold the baby while she also takes a sleep. Then in the daytime, she doesn't need to do all the chores. Someone should be available to cook for her, so when she finishes breastfeeding, she'll rest. She doesn't need to do all the chores of cooking, washing, cleaning, taking care of the other toddlers in the house. All those things will overwhelm her, and it will affect breastfeeding. Then in the place of work too, we should create enabling environments where we have crèches where mothers that are breastfeeding can bring their babies to work. When they come to work, they can breastfeed, keep the baby in the crèche, go back to their desk and work, then go back and check on the baby and breastfeed. Also, there should be paid maternity leave, because in some places of work during the period of breastfeeding, when the woman is on maternity leave, they are not paid. They have to go and struggle. So we encourage paid maternity leave for mothers to breastfeed. For the government, it's not an issue because breastfeeding mothers enjoy maternity leave. And also there should be paternity leave where the father also has time, especially during that first few weeks of delivery, to assist, to help the breastfeeding mother so she can breastfeed effectively. So, and also those are government policies that will also encourage breastfeeding. So it is not one man's show. What works is from antenatal care, the period of delivery, in the family, in the community, and government policies. Those are the things that will sustain that support in the breastfeeding chain that will bring good outcomes for breastfeeding.
Okay, all right. Now, another thing I would love for you to talk about is, for some time now, the world here in Akwa Ibom State Medical Women Association, you've been encouraging, workspaces, to encourage breastfeeding mothers to breastfeed well by giving them places. From your observations, how is our society reacting to this?
Well, the response of the society in terms of policy, there are some workplaces that create that space, convenience places for mothers to have the time with the babies while at work, to breastfeed and to bond. But there's still other places that do not have such places. So we encourage, anywhere we have young mothers working, there should be a crèche for her to keep her baby and have that confidence that her baby is with her and she can breastfeed and bond with her baby while at work.
Okay. Now, here in Akwa Ibom State, I know for sure that, Akwa Ibom State government is always on the forefront when it comes to advocating campaigns for health and better life. Now, what's the state government, what's the medical sector doing in regards to, the World
Breastfeeding Week 2026? In Akwa Ibom State, there is a big bang. It is called Ibom Open Maternity Project 2026. It happened in 2025 and the echoes are still reverberating even up till now. So in Akwa Ibom State, Care Life Foundation, in collaboration with other partners, will be implementing Ibom Open Maternity 2026, where we'll start with a road walk on Saturday, beginning of this August. Then after that, from 3rd to 13th of August, we'll be going to the communities, 20 communities, that's 20 local government areas, where we'll have lots of intervention. We'll talk to pregnant women, we'll have clinical interactions with breastfeeding and nursing mothers, and also take care of children under 5. It is a big project. We have so many implementing partners from GIVA, that's the Golden Initiative for All, then ECUS, Akwa Ibom State Government, Ministry of Health, Medical Women's Association of Nigeria, Akwa Ibom State branch, so many implementing partners that will be screened for us to see. It is a big project because one person cannot do it. Okay. So come Saturday by 6:30 a.m. we'll be on the road, beginning from the Globe in Wellington Bassey Way. Okay. We'll walk the streets of Uyo all the way to the Unity Park at Udo Mana. So the whole of this town will be painted with breastfeeding all the way. We want to send this information of breastfeeding because the usefulness of breastfeeding cannot be overemphasized, so that people will get to know the benefits. So as we go into the nooks and crannies of Akwa Ibom State after the road walk from the 3rd, we'll be there. We'll start from Orukanam, we'll go to different local government areas. Each day we'll go to 2 local government areas, and when we get to the communities, people will be there to partner with us. Walgon will be there as grassroots mobilizers. Then the care partners will have clinical interactions. Doctors will be there to take care of pregnant women, to take care of nursing mothers, to take care of children under 5. Okay. We'll give them nutritional supplements. We'll encourage mothers to breastfeed. We'll also take care of that. There'll be so many activities in the field. Maternal literacy, where we'll talk to the mothers. Then we'll show the mothers how to nurture the babies. Then we'll also do ultrasound scan for those women that are pregnant. Then different areas will have different care lines. Okay. So if your local government area has been selected amongst these 20, you are so blessed. So position yourself and let your people know and come out to the primary healthcare base. We'll be there.
Okay, which local governments, can you mention some of them? Okay. So that the people there can be ready.
The local government areas that will hit during this year's project are 20, and we'll be going 2 local government areas per day. 2 local government areas per day. So we'll start on the 3rd of August. We'll be in Okanafon and Orogonam local government areas. Okay, remember, on the 1st of August is the road walk, and we are starting. We are doing that.
The road walk is on the 1st.
Yes, it's on the 1st. Okay. Yes, it's going to happen in Uyo, like I said, from the Globe to Udaomana. Then on the 3rd of August, we'll be in Okanafon and Orokanam. On the 4th of August, Ikona and Ini. On the 5th of August, we'll be in Itulo government area and Nsadatai. On the 6th of August, we'll be in Oron local government area and Orefong, Oroko. On the 7th of August, we'll be in Ikot, Abasi and Okobo. On the 8th of August, we'll be at Etinan and Ibesikpo, Asutan. Then 10th will be in Insidibom local government area and Mpat Enin. 11th of August will be in Esreket and Ibona local government areas. 12th of August will be in Oran and Ika local government areas. 13th of August to round off in Etimekpo and Esianudam local government areas. Then the grand finale will take place on 14th of August in Ibom Hall grounds in New York. It's going to be a big bang. Where we'll come back, sit down and see what we have done and enjoy the benefits of what we've done in Ibom Open Maternity 2026 projects.
Okay. For the grand finale, are there specific mothers that will be invited, or every nursing mother can come in?
No, there are specific people that have been given invitation. Yes, for the grand finale. So it's like an official event to end the program. So specific people have been given invitation for that program.
Okay. Now, as we wrap up our conversation this morning, let's do a recap of the importance of breastfeeding.
Excuse me. Like I said, the importance of breastfeeding cannot be overemphasized. It is the best gifts any mother can give to the child.
Okay.
There is benefit for the child, the mother, the family, the community, and the nation at large. So for the child, it helps in growth and development, physical growth and development, as well as mental growth and development. It also protects the baby against infections that will cause diarrhea, infections that will cause respiratory tract infections. So it is like a kind of immunization for the baby. Aside from that, it will encourage bonding and the child having a touch of the mother. So for the mother, it is very, very beneficial. Like I said earlier, it protects against breast cancer and other forms of cancer, uterine cancer. Breastfeeding also helps the mother to return back to shape after the rigors of pregnancy. It helps the womb to return back to normal size. It also helps the mother to have that feeling, that bonding with the baby, and that mutual connection. Oh, my baby, I'm able to breastfeed. Then for the family, it makes the resources of the family to stay, as the money that will have been used for formula can be used for other things in the family, and it also encourages other family members to be part of what is happening in that child's life. Then for the community, it protects environmental sanitation, keeps the community safe from those cans that can litter the environment and breed mosquitoes that will make people to come down with malaria. So it protects the environment, and when we put all those things together, it can lead to sustainable development in the society, and it is a win-win for everyone on the long run. So breastfeeding is good, breastfeeding is good, breastfeeding is very, very good. It is very, very important.
Okay. All right, so we are counting down. It's just 2 days from now, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, which is the 1st of August. We will hit the street alongside everybody that is involved with
all the implementing partners will be there.
Yeah.
So
okay.
By 6:30 a.m. we are at the Globe at Wellington Bassey Way. That is the takeoff point, and we'll be there to share this breastfeeding news. Ibom Open Maternity. Mothers will be there. Then we'll send this information to pregnant mothers, breastfeeding mothers. That will also help children under 5. So we'll go all the way to Udo-Mana Unity Park. Then Udo-Doma Unity Park. Yes, Udo-Doma Unity Park, and that's where we'll end. There'll be lots of dances. There'll be lots of enjoyment. I know you wouldn't miss this. Just come out and feel the vibes. Lots of good music, and it is a form of exercise too for those people that have not done exercise for a while. That will help you to keep fit. So looking forward to seeing you.
Okay, we're looking forward to that event because we will be there to feel the vibes. I want to thank you, Dr. Mary Udo, President, Medical Women Association of Nigeria, Akwa Ibom State, for coming to enlighten us on the importance of breastfeeding as we look forward to the breastfeeding week, which is going to start on 1st of August. And it doesn't mean that's where it stops, after the first week. It doesn't mean that's where it stops. We'll continue to advocate on breastfeeding because of the importance of that phenomenon to the baby, to the mother, and to the society as a whole. We wish you a graceful event as usual. All right. This is where we call it a wrap on this conversation. Coming up next, we'll be talking about prohibition of trafficking in persons. That's our next discussion. You don't want to miss it, especially with what's happening around the world today. People being misled, people being tricked into, let me take you here, let me take you there for a better living, and then before you know it, you've been trafficked. You can't even come back. That's our next discussion on Centerpoint AM 45. Do stay.